Alright, yins guys, to reinforce some of my creative theories, take a look at this image of what you see across the river, and say I turn this camera off and start it with the zoom on, because I can't, zoom it right while it's playing, it'll stop itself. Right now look at it, and I'm standing in the same place. And if you can imagine that right like there in your head, say you're sitting on your porch or laying awake at night, and consider another thing I tell you. I got some images in my old YouTube videos of when I worked at a concrete plant, and there was a tower kind of like this one, not quite as intricate as this building is going to be. And this is a place called a cracker plant. Yeah, I'm sure I can make jokes like I have friends that are both black and white. And if there's anybody both black or whitewash watching this video right now, yeah, a lot of crackers are going to be working there. But seriously, I'd be hiring a lot of black people too when it gets complete. Along with the Keystone Pipeline anyway, this is probably one of the things that it's a wonder that President Biden didn't just shut down right now. And if he does, this building would probably be just left undone, and it'll probably just be fucking sitting there, hopefully not. But anyway, just for image representation here, if I walked further up the road down here, and actually it's technically a piece of interstate, I can actually get in trouble for walking across this bridge, but I have done it a long time ago in the past. I won't bore you with the details, but since the time I used to do it when I was younger, nobody had any cell phones. So right now, you have a higher likelihood of something that's not designed for pedestrians, even though there's room. Some stupid busybody asshole just to report somebody, since they got a cell phone so easily, the state police will come and all that. There's actually another area, if I show you down the road, that technically it's a little piece of interstate. I can go in one of these other back roads, and I can cut through it. It's like about maybe 2 football fields, maybe in length, to get by, and you're back in the streets of town. I see nothing wrong with it, and actually I'm pretty sure in the varying state to state, even if, you have a case where, oh, it's just over here anyway, technically I think there's laws that they could enforce if they want to, and fine you for being there. Even if you're broken down with a car, they know you have cell phones now and no call boxes on the road. They don't want to hear you're walking along it. Some of them probably don't care, but some of them, I'm pretty sure in the books, varying where you are, if they want to, you can get. But anyway, yeah. But creating my ideas, like say, Anyway, I once worked for a concrete factory, and it was a building like this, and I was in the tower. I was the groundskeeper in a lot of natural places and all that, but then when it rained, and then when my agency called me back later on, they just, whenever they want just to use you or whatever for a few weeks doing the job, I was doing maintenance cleaning and in the tower, and I got my work done, and I can just at any time I want be able to look down from that tower. So I can use my third eye from the old memories from that and zoom in like I was showing you zoom in with the camera, right? And right now while I'm standing as I speak, I can take whether some of the memories or whatever, or whether you can literally do it or not, like in some fantasy things or in video games or Star Trek, teleport yourself there. Say right now I can picture myself in that tower, right, and looking down maybe at everything over here and across here. If I was looking from that tower somewhere, or say if I was some construction worker standing on it, I might be able to see parts of where there is actually a mall across that bridge. And that building you're looking at there, I'd be able to see over it. But even though I'm here right now, I can picture it simply because I already know what everything looks like over there going to the mall and all the areas down there and from a road past it. And I say this still counts as your third eye, and it can be a key to parallel universes or whatever, or based on any kind of things in memory. If you dreamed about something, you can dream about stuff that you've never been before, but it looks so real. Maybe your mind manufactures it. Or, what is it really? But I can go into a lot of that other stuff later. But, like, you can be dreaming that you're in a town or roads where you know you never had memories of before. Unlike the things I'm giving you in my argument based on the memories in your head of the real places, the dreams will create it, but then maybe a dreams will create and build it in its own weird way, or are you really in a parallel universe? It's up to you to decide, but that's all the fun of, say you wanted to create a video game. And one of my favorite video games was Vagrant Story, a rare game. It goes for quite a bit if people still, they ought to reissue that damn thing. But people are still buying PlayStation 1s and playing Vagrant Story. Me and a couple video game friends were really into that game. And what I liked about it, unlike science fiction movies like Dune and Star Trek, where you teleport, stand on the thing, and beam me up or down Scotty, there was the things you stand on the round symbol and you can teleport to different places in the video game. And what if you can invent that in real life, or what if it ever happened in real life at any time? Say you want to walk along the areas of this and park on roads, stand on like a sewer cover on the road and wonder, oh yeah, wouldn't it be cool if you can just go there and boop, whether it's a dystopian science fiction thing or something like Vagrant Story or time travel or whatever, whether you believe it exists or not, the things around you kind of give you the idea for a writer and a designer. Well, even in cases where all kind of things in video games, stories, books, movies are done to death, you can toy with your own idea of writing and thinking things. Simply because I had a video production class in college, and you learn kind of way to think that way, you know what I mean? One spot. And there's my bridge. The bridge. And now zoomed in. Then if you get anything out of these videos, say if you have just a decent camera phone, this could make it worthwhile, if you will, to go buy yourself a GoPro and some more advanced camera, you know, to get into shit. All kind of stuff that you want to do. And I hope you do. Yeah, I fucking hope you do. Now there's this zoom, no, I'm not zoomed here, and then you can see buildings on a hill. And now look. The minute I changed that, like, I re-recorded again. We got cloud cover going on and off, so the sun is brighter and then darker other times there. So if you will, in your own mind, say you can't swim across there, right, or walk across there. If you would imagine, say, whether if you read books or science fiction or anime, say if you can go boom, boom, teleport yourself across there. And if you want to say or believe that after you died, whether you're in a parallel universe or still here, since you don't got a mortal body, say, what if you can fly across, or say, just go boom, boom, teleport at the very thought of it. Just instead of fly, maybe you could fly across. Maybe you got both abilities, fly across because you want to do a leisurely fly instead of walk, or if you had the power to go bam, bam, just teleport or disappear, if you will, or like the game Vagrant Story or whatever. But or you want to say this technology, if somebody comes up with not like, say, a rocket pack that's real noisy, something that's like a hover pack that They say they solved the mystery, technical mystery of the make an anti-gravity, anti-magnetic pack, you know, that doesn't make no noise, and you can just zoom. Then somebody will think you're the Mothman or something, you know, if somebody has such a thing. But or if you've seen the anime cartoon, one of my favorites called Cowboy Bebop, there was a villain, an assassin, a killer that escaped from an asylum, a top secret military police asylum or something, with superhuman abilities. They were mutating, if you will, and upgrading him. And regression of the mind, he was unstable. When he escaped, he killed the people that had him, and he was just. And then our hero Spike eventually, ultimately, he was going on a crazy spree, murdering everybody. But our hero Spike eventually done him in and saved the day. But that villain in that cartoon had this under his trench coat, you know, probably some kind of hover pack, not rocket pack, but hover technology that he had and everything else, along with superhuman abilities and other abilities that made him basically bulletproof. But yeah, he was defeated. But anyway, anime, I was giving you an example of anime that used maybe a ability that way, as opposed to even, say, paranormal ability. But technology is coming for that, because you got technology for, say, I have a camera that I can zoom in or zoom out, not the greatest, but you can get better cameras. But there's the technology, if you have to have the right permission, have a drone, and say if I had a drone, you know, you have to have that registered. They don't just let you fly that shit just everywhere. You sort of could, but you can, some places you can get fined. Say if I had a drone, if you will, with my luck, I would use that thing, and I imagine the radio signal that you control the drone would get out of range, right? And the damn thing would plummet in the river. Say I want to use the drone to, for the sake of photography, but you're all. I'm just saying for a sake of an argument. I don't want to say for anybody to do anything that's against the law, because you can be using drones that look innocent. You're doing something innocent, and you don't even think you're doing nothing wrong, and you can get in trouble, get accused of everything from harassment, and if you're zooming in on a certain building or place, you can be accused of a type of trespass or accused of espionage. Please don't do that shit, but I'm just saying for the sake of argument, if you had one, or if you're licensed to use one, I imagine people that have those, you can look on YouTube, people that use drones to do search and rescues. They probably have a real good range, but the ones that are sold to civilians, imagine the radio signal would give out and the damn thing would plummet in the river, you know what I mean? But say if you wanted to go look at a riverside or something just to take good pictures of wildlife, I mean. But I was basically making the argument, say, comparing the technology we have in reality with satellites, drones, zooming in with cameras, to actually the idea of maybe what if you, in death, were able to just appear and reappear places, or boom, boom, you know, show up somewhere. Or if the technology exists to go, say, without a drone, okay, or without using a drone, using the drone as an example, instead of using a drone, there's your imaginary third eye that you want to perceive a thing that you don't have a drone for the sake of your imagination, for the sake of creativity, and maybe predict recreate something's there that you can't see. Or can you really use a third eye to actually go somewhere and see actual people at a structure that's later on when you're nowhere near the thing, and argue if that exists or not? But there's a part of it that, I mean, if you want to say it exists in your imagination, and I'm just throwing at you the reality-based ideas that mankind has created to achieve them things. to spy on each other or to gain knowledge of something or to do good things. You know what I mean? Alright, and take into consideration, if you will, John Carpenter's They Live with Rowdy Piper. It's kind of funny where he put his sunglasses on. There was, in one scene, drones that were invisible, very futuristic ones. They were invisible without his glasses on, like they weren't there. But when he put the glasses on, they were all over the place looking at people, you know. It was alien technology. Not telling you to believe in aliens, but, you know, yeah, I'm not telling you for sure to say if your government has a technology where they can fly drones around without no aliens. Forget aliens, putting aliens aside. What if the government can create drones, right? And have cloaking devices for the drones? That's all in your imagination if you want to be a writer and make a case of how it can really be or how it can't really be or whatever. But anyway, Rowdy Piper was able to see them when he put his glasses on, but they were invisible to the naked eye, if you will, you know what I mean? The ideas, like, excite the imagination in a cool way, where Rowdy Piper said, yeah, I'm here to chew gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum, but